A murder suspect from Montana arrested in Coeur d'Alene on Friday. What court documents reveal about the allegations.
Scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms this week as temperatures trend a little bit cooler.
Anytime we can slow people down, it's appreciated.
Washington lawmakers are trying to reduce speed-related deaths. We'll have a look at their new effort to catch speeders using AI. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Washington is now the second state in the nation to crack down on dangerous driving with a new law targeting super speeders. Just over an hour ago, Governor Bob Ferguson signed the legislation in Olympia, a bold move that paves the way for intelligent speed limiting technology in vehicles. KREM 2's Regan Gallo has been digging into the details of this bill. So Regan, what can drivers expect?
Well, the group behind this bill, Safe Street for Families, tells me that this will allow anti-speeding technology right inside your vehicle to prevent dangerous speeds and curb fatal collisions.
The numbers tell a sad story. The Washington Traffic Safety Commission reports fatal crashes involving speeding drivers increased by nearly 40% between 2019 and 2023.
Intelligent speed assistant devices for drivers who are found guilty of driving in a dangerous manner.
This new legislation allows intelligence-assisted technology placed in vehicles will monitor the driver's speed and prohibit the vehicle from going over the local speed limit. Those behind the law tell me that this is for drivers that already have reckless driving records and are nearing the suspension of their license.
This legislation was inspired by a crash where 4 individuals, including 3 children, were killed when their car was struck by a driver going 112 miles per hour.
As summer season is known for construction season, we asked local officials from the Washington Department of Transportation how this law will keep streets safer.
I don't think people realize how close our crews are working to the side of the road when people are going 60, 70 miles an hour. I mean, sometimes it's a foot, it's inches, and people going 60, 70 miles an hour, you know, if they're an inch to the right and they hit that work zone, that could be somebody's life.
WashDOT reports over the years they have had over 60 employees killed in work zone collisions, prompting that safe speed on roadways is essential, especially as WashDOT staff is working to improve safety for the public.
Any reason we can give the public to slow down, whether it be in a work zone or just following the posted speed limit, we're going to reiterate that message.
Washington is now the second state to enact this type of legislation, following Virginia, and Georgia is not that far away with it on its governor's desk. I'm reporting here in Spokane Valley, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
Much. And speaking of safer roads, Washington State Patrol says an unmarked Dodge Charger is causing some buzz on social media, but it is a legitimate law enforcement car. This is one of the posts that gained attention online. Trooper Rick Johnson told our sister station in Seattle the car with a "Please be patient" new driver sticker on the back is part of the State Patrol's aggressive driving apprehension team. According to State Patrol, the team has about 50 unmarked cars that assist in addressing reckless driving all across the state. All right, let's take a break from the headlines to talk weather with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy the Goo. Jeremy, kind of some unsettled weather yesterday and into today. What's the rest of the week have in store for us?
Well, the rest of the week looks like it's more of the same. Temperatures trend a little bit cooler in the coming days, and that chance of scattered showers sticks around. We're out at Silverwood looking around, looking off to the north. Nope, south. Nope, north. Definitely north. Definitely north. And not much going on, and that's where we are here in Spokane, but you've probably noticed an uptick in cloud cover, even a couple that look quite juicy up here on the South Hill. I would still say a couple of stray showers are about the extent of it. See this band moving? It's finally starting to get going, and we're finally starting to squeeze these two together, and we will see a few of those scattered showers fill in between. Right now, most of our activity is in the southern panhandle or in northern Washington. Some of that just falling apart. Every single time we've seen a bolt of lightning today, it has tapped the energy from the storm. So we don't have enough energy to support strong thunderstorms, but we do have enough to squeeze out a little bit more activity. So with those two bands squeezing together, forecast models are starting to catch up. It does look like later this evening we'll see the potential for a couple of light showers here in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Then tomorrow morning we see another band move through. I think that's more widespread showers, maybe not as heavy as last night, but as widespread as last night. Then tomorrow afternoon winds up looking almost identical to today. So 60 degrees tomorrow, scattered showers, most of the activity in the morning. 62 on Wednesday and 63 on Thursday. Even as we sun up later this week, those temperatures stay a little bit cooler because of our atmospheric pattern overhead. We'll talk that in the full forecast.
That was good, Jeremy. We'll talk to you then. An Otis Orchard high school student faced a judge today accused of attacking 2 women and a dog with a hammer. Charles Swank was arrested on Friday after witnesses say he tried to beat a dog with a hammer at a house on Coronado Court in Spokane. Authorities say when the owner tried to shield the dog from the attack, the suspect started to beat her with a hammer. Another family member also tried to stop the attack and was hurt. Police documents show that one of the women suffered severe injuries to her head and face. Swank was ordered to be held on $75,000 bail. His next court appearance is set for May 18th. New details tonight on the Montana murder suspect arrested in North Idaho. KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy combed through new court documents and explains how investigators from 2 states tracked him down in Coeur d'Alene.
Cody Rencurl spent the weekend here at the Kootenai County Jail as a fugitive from Montana. We've now learned he was caught here in Coeur d'Alene buying a pizza. KREM 2 News obtained court documents detailing how Rencurl came to be a homicide suspect and how investigators used the victim's debit card to track him down. A Hill County District Court affidavit shows Rencurl quickly became the suspect after a woman's house cleaner found her dead in her Havre townhome Wednesday. The cleaner told Havre police victim Dixie Schroeder was in the process of breaking up with Rencurl, but he was still living in her basement. Police determined he'd taken Schroeder's car May 2nd. A neighbor's security camera caught him moving things out of the townhome before driving away. Havre police were able to track Rencurl to Coeur d'Alene through Schroeder's debit card. They say he used it to buy fast food and had pizza delivered to a Coeur d'Alene hotel. And that's when Coeur d'Alene police and the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office stepped in, keeping an eye on him until he was arrested Thursday. The Sheriff's Office tells KREM 2 they found writings in the hotel room that hinted Rencurl was planning an active shooter situation to have law enforcement kill him. Rencurl waived extradition last week. He is expected to be transported back to Montana to face a charge of deliberate homicide. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
And we are just getting started on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. Still ahead, Eastern Washington Congressman Michael Baumgartner completed his first 100 days in office. A sit-down interview with KREM 2's Amanda Rowley right after the break.